What is up, my mates? We're here, Doki Doki, for my first time ever. This is gonna be epic. This is gonna be amazing. Peak gaming, peak gameplay. Yeah, let's do this thing, right? Shall we? Also ignore dishwasher sounds. They're very temporary. And ignore my cough drop. I am feeling a little better. So, that's why I thought today I could play Doki Doki. Let's get right into it. I have to prep myself for these voices. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Childhood friend never loses. What can I say? You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long, yeah? I know. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. That's fair, man. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but... oh, it's me. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking of ignoring me. That's mean, Nathan. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. Man, it's growing difficult already. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Damn, I keep reading her voice when I'm supposed to be reading my bad. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Nathan, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. He's just like me, for real. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Fair enough. Sorry likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. He really is just like me, for real. I was talking about how I'm worried that you wouldn't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college, bruh. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Is it, Sayori? I have doubts. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Oh, God. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if that makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yes. I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. Same. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Damn. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello, Sayori. Sorry, I must have come into the classroom when I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you know. Know what? Well, you could come to my club. Uh, Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie? Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Damn, got her ass. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. Whoa there, other Nate. I'm gonna have to take over from here just to make sure you guys are liking the video and subscribing if you're not. If you made it this far, you better subscribe because, you know, you watched this far. Also hit the bell so you know when I upload. And yeah, also check these guys out. That's my gaming group, the Honor Science. Isn't that cool? Don't you want to watch? Yeah? Anyway, back to the other Nate. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm gonna to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Like, bruh. Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Please join. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori's really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning to have planned all this out. I lie alongside. Oops. What did I do? Return? Okay, my bad. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay! Let's go. Let's go. Gosh, already voice cracking. Ugh. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Yeah, Doki Doki, poggers. Heck yeah. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. It's growing increasingly hard already to read her voice. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Okay, what should her voice be? Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori is always says. Oh, thank you for the follow, Dave. C-word. Very epic. Welcome to the stream. Anyway, I shall continue. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Nathan. What a surprise. I really don't know what voices yet. They'll probably change intermittently. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. Very epic. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh, man. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes going to Sayori. You can just call her when she gets moody. You can just ignore her. What am I doing? Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to meet you again. It's great to see you again, Nathan. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we're in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Sounds about right. So having her smile at me generally feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Nathan. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? the girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk up to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! What? Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help to notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Oh, already spooky. She waiting for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic in the midst of this conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole set in this classroom? Don't worry. Oh gosh, voice crack already. I've been reading too much. I need water. I'll be right back. How could I forget my water bottle when I'm doing reading? Shame on me. What kind of streamer am I? Alright. Back to Yuri. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? That's kind of true. Relatable. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was kind of forced into it. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika is a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. I don't know, it seems like they do it in every anime. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Monika's our dear leader. Oh. President Monika, salute. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Nathan, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. Yes. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Oh, you read McDonald's menus. That sounds like a lot of fun. You know, there's a lot of mix and a lot of mix. Mick this, mick that. Nice. Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is such a foreign world is equally impressive. I have to agree. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people. Mickey D's, you know what. Someday I'd like to make NateThyMate. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I've read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sorry, settles it behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Nah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. You have writing experience too, Yuri. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Damn. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Dude, Monika is the dear leader. Isn't that right, Nathan? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back at the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind since the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sorry may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Nathan... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. Look how sad they are. Oh my gosh. It's too sad. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Right on. I'm sure I won't regret this decision. One by one, the girls' eyes lighten up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sorry wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then, that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember, tonight's assignment. Write a poem, bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Nathan, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Nathan, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Oh man. That's right, sorry, and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Which one? Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. The horny mind. This man. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, well, I don't know which girl I'm picking, to be honest. They're all so good. But let's see. Let's go with, I'll let chat decide. If you want to decide. Natsuki? She is pretty cute. Can't lie. Sayori supremacy. Yes, either one actually. Alright. Well, okay. We know she'll like that. And Natsuki would probably like... What would she like? Let's pick the key one. It's hard to differentiate between sorry words and Natsuki. Yeah, that's true. No, oh, another Natsuki one. Okay. Sensation. Oh, well, oops. Just don't get Yuri. Giggle. Let's see. Excitement. Oh, there we go. Shiny. Bliss. Anime. My favorite. Sweet. Smile. Bouncy? That seems weird. Okay. Fireflies. Let's see. Adventure. Strawberry. Who would have guessed a pink-haired girl likes strawberries? Email? What? Why did you write a poem about emails? I don't know. Bunny. Bubbles. Together? Okay. This will be interesting. Hi again, Nathan. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Classic song. I won't hum the tune because I don't want to Twitch to get angry at me. Thanks for keeping your promise, Nathan. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Ooh. Okay. Wonder what pervy manga she reads. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Amazing. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Nathan always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Nathan can become good friends too. Sayori. Dots. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Huh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry, made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like. Green Eggs and Ham. Hell yeah, dude. It's a simple read. And it definitely keeps me engaged every time I read it. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically took the book. I remember my elementary school would, every Dr. Seuss day, they'd serve green eggs and ham. Oops. I think I just did... Oh, the game just crashed. Damn.
Come on, man!
But yeah, it was amazing. They dyed the eggs. Not the ham, though. Yes, very sad. Hopefully I don't have to catch up. I don't know. Oh, no.
Bruh.
Alright, well, I'm gonna speedrun this real quick. Now that everyone is settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sari and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in book. Let me save again. There we go. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. Monica again. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person is. That's pretty true, actually. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. Got me. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches out of my hand. Then she turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right in the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was in the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Nathan. Consider this a lesson. Straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in the colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Oh. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Huh? Why's that? I guess it's easier to get close together. I'm getting close, eh? Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space, while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happening yet, so I can't talk at the same time. It looks like a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That really makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? Now you've piqued my interest. Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! Gosh, what's that supposed to mean? Oh. Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like, I would never get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. True. Not to mention she's really good at it. So who am I to judge? She must watch Food Wars too. Reread on for a few more minutes. Oh, she bakes weed brownies. Wouldn't surprise me. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. She doesn't have friends because she accidentally replaces normal brownies with weed brownies. Confirmed. What do you mean? Don't you share manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Damn, chill, Natsuki. Sorry. Like I could ever get any friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up with them, being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Chill. I know those kinds of people. Uncultured, you might call them. Honestly. It takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. Natsuki, best girl. Perhaps. I have... Pink girls do be nice. Pink hair. Also, welcome, Soy Dreamy, to the epic Doki Doki stream. Sorry if my voice cracks. It's hard to read these high-pitched voices. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. And yes, thank you. I have been enjoying. I can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Natsuki has the ligma. Haha. You have ligma, Natsuki. Jeez, that's enough. She's not happy that she does. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a bit bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it's especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Almost spoiled me, Natsuki. Bruh. It's kind of cringe. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom is a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone! Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh shit, I almost forgot about the poems, not gonna lie. Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though, you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you, huh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. I know, it's kind of scary. It's just like, you better take that, bruh. Or else. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. Oh, yep. She's definitely mega sus right now. By tomorrow. I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. I won't be able to watch Book of Boba Fett tonight. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or I'm more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff carefully, slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Oh no. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers on a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. We'll be able to finish Dinosaur Train. Thanks, Natsuki. Honestly, like, bruh. Just trying to watch my freaking Dinosaur Train, man. Oh, man. Nice one. Okay, who should I show my poem to first? I'll just go in order. I'm most definitely comfortable sharing with Sayori first. Thank you for the follow, Soy Dreamy. Very epic. Very pog. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. Dots. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Nathan! Huh? I love it! I had no idea you're such a good writer. I just clicked words on the screen. I don't think it took much skill. Sorry. You must be seriously overreacting. Exactly. Bubbles, manga, pickles, rainbows, yeah. I'd love to see what it actually looks like. I'd like to think it is all just in order like that. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what it's like, what I like either. Gosh, tongue twist. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Nathan poem. And that makes it feel extra special, like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Damn, she's hugging my paper, like, chill. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Of course. I'm not really into it yet. But that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Nathan. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Yeah, she really likes paper. I think she has a paper kink. Maybe that's why she joined the literature club. Alright. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Oh, we can actually read it. Should I read it in her? I'll read it in her voice. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. What? Amazing. Dude, this is the greatest poem ever. Obviously. Sorry. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. Came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. It really do be sounded just like her. Really? Yeah, especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. I meant to say it was the worst, but what do you mean? Don't be mean to Saori. She's simple. She's a girl who likes her green eggs for breakfast. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright, let's do Natsuki next. Let's save it first, you know, we don't want any scary crashing to happen. It really do be an amazing poem. It speaks to me on levels I don't think anyone can understand. Damn. Lots of dots. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Oops. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monika said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. I imagine that's what that sounds like. I don't know. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you, you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Wow. This is amazing. Yeah. I never knew that eagles could fly, honestly. But Natsuki told me, and now I know. Valuable piece of information there. Knowledge gained. I told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. That seems like a lie. I can fit that in a note card. Maybe you can fit that on a sticky note. See? Okay, Sayori likes paper, and then we have Natsuki who wastes paper. Kind of cringe. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Average paper waster. Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. I think Natsuki actually needs the Green Eggs and Handbook. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Yeah, the eagle flying hit me real hard. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it all flat on purpose. The Chad Sayori paper love versus the Virgin Natsuki paper waster. Yes, their battle will be legendary. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized, of course. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Let's go to Yuri next. She's probably gonna hate it. Dots. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts in the words on how shitty your poem was, because you didn't click on the things I like. Hold on. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ooh. That's what you did write poetry good for being in first grade, yeah? True. Oh, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. That doesn't look like in her hands. It looks like she's just turning away, but okay. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned how to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, as if her demeanor totally changes, her stammering completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well... If you wrote like Natsuki, the poem works for what you're going for. Yuri is making shit up. Sounds like it. I mean, we don't even know what the poem looks like. Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which in itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, she's got interesting handwriting. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I don't know, this one sounds more like freaking poetry I'd read in my English, because I can't either. I had a really hard time there. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Well, it's just in a style that has gone. People don't write like that anymore, except like grade school teachers occasionally. Yuri better be sorry. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, because I can't fucking read cursive. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Oh shit. Almost dropped my mic. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Nathan. Oh shit. She's gonna drop some knowledge. Some reasoning. She's gonna state her thesis and all that. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts and feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort and unable to let go of the past. She really is. She's just built different, I guess. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, if it makes me happy that you think that, just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Last is Hey Monica. Hi, Nathan. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for a club, like new activities, or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Oh. Sometimes I read in, Yuri thinks way more than I do. I don't know if I could keep up. She really has got a big brain. She should be the president. She's very literature. Yes, that's the word. But we'll see how Monica does. We'll see if she's worthy to keep the presidential title after her poem. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Nathan. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Nathan. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. I don't know if she read Natsuki's poem. I don't think she did. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Huh? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki's kind of like that. Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I always help you find out what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. Yeah, I don't think she is. She's just kind of just vibing, I guess. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Wow, that's deep. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Mom needs more breakfast. More green eggs! Monica, you failed! You didn't put green eggs in. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you don't try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Well, that's why I write my poems on the computer. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I don't think my cursor will leave a mark. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Nathan did too. So based on that, I will gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I didn't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Nathan liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Nathan appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. So did Monica have Natsuki's poem? I don't know. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Nathan started showing up. What? Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Nathan, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she couldn't get over herself, then learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain to her, Nathan. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning of the most effectively. Place bets, boys. Yes. Avoiding them is not unnecessary limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Nathan? Well... Yuri is the bigger figure, so Yuri wins the fight. Big booba for the win. Oh, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Yeah, she definitely won. I'm neutral. Natsuki. Oh, I'm sorry, I just missed it. So instead I turned to Yuri. Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori. Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Nathan. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. So why did this music mysteriously stop? Odd. Oh well. I agree. It's unfair for the others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. Just came right back. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. Sayori is Sweden. She's neutral. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always are. Big and beautiful. Oh my god. Oh, Sayori. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori's amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her. Okay. I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good present, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. Sayori, Chad. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Nathan, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk... It was a neat thing to talk about them with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did a little more... I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Nathan, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it. Should try to appeal to Sayori and then maybe like Yuri, so you can see a little from everyone. Yeah, maybe. It's kind of hard to choose, you know? It's difficult. But I think after this, I'm gonna end the stream after we go home. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's not really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Nathan, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest, and I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught into the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay! Yeah, let's do this. Whoa. Alright, it's fun. I think I'm gonna play again tomorrow around the same time. So if you guys want to join in for that, and thank you for the new followers. I look forward to interacting with you guys more. Thank you guys for watching the stream. Very epic. And I hope you guys have a good day or night, whatever time it is for you. If you were keen to watch more, I think you'll really like this one.